بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful, I testify that there is no true God worthy of worship except Allah, and that Muhammad is Allah's true slave and messenger. The subject of this talk is about generally women in Islam, and particularly women working or working for women. The meaning of our life on earth must have come to the thinking of many men and women as well. A matter focusing upon the purpose of our existence. This comes to those who ponder and those who think and contemplate, but the dead they have hearts, but they don't contemplate. Our existence on earth has a purpose. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Creator, has clearly stated that, and He is the all-perfect, all-knowledgeable, all-wise. He, the Most High, said, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Surah Al-Dhariyat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states, I have not created jinn and mankind except for the sole purpose of worshipping me alone. But the term worship needs to be understood clearly. In general, it simply refers to living this life in accordance with the way that is pleasing to the one who created us. And this cannot be attained except by fulfilling what is obligated upon us and abstaining from that which is harmful. So therefore, this sole purpose for which we are created is for the benefit of mankind. Living this life in sayings and in actions, at homes and outside homes. Everything regarding this life until the day of resurrection has been explained in the textual proofs from the Quran and from the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. There are certain regulations set by Islam, fit for every time and every place. That's because Allah, the Creator, knows man and knows everything that he needs in his life until the day of resurrection. So everything that is good for man has been stated by Allah and by His Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and everything that is harmful also has been stated as well by Allah and by His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Those who comply will live a good and useful and beneficial and fruitful life, even at tough times and hard times, and at times of afflictions and at times of hardships. That is because they know that with patience and perseverance and anticipating their reward, they will be at peace within their hearts, and they will be content even under such hardships. قال الله تعالى in Surah Al-Nahl chapter 16 verse 97. In chapter 16 verse 97, من عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فلنحيينه حياة طيبة ولنجزينهم أجرهم بأحسن ما كانوا يعملون. Whoever works righteousness, whether male or female, while he or she is a true believer, in Allah and in singling Him alone in worship, verily to him we will give a good life in this world, with respect, contentment, and lawful provision, and we shall pay them certainly a reward in proportion to the best of what they used to do, that is paradise in the hereafter. This righteous and good life of content and respect cannot be attained except for those who respond to the call of Allah and to His Messenger. قال الله تعالى in Surah Al-Anfal chapter 8 verse 24, يا أيها الذين آمنوا استجيبوا لله وللرسول إذا دعاكم لما يحييكم واعلموا أن الله يحول بين المرء وقلبه وأنه إليه تحشرون. O you believe, answer Allah by obeying Him and His Messenger when He sallallahu alaihi wasallam calls you to that which will give you life. See that? O who you believe, answer Allah by obeying Him and His Messenger when He sallallahu alaihi wasallam calls you to that which He will give you life. And know that Allah comes in between a person and his heart, and verily to Him you shall all be gathered. Now, contemplating this verse, O who you believe, answer Allah by obeying Him and His Messenger when He calls you to that which will give you life. This kind of life is rendering their affairs in this life and in the hereafter, rendering it to be good and beneficial. And from that also is their good mention in this life and in the hereafter. And from that also is the continuous bliss in the hereafter. This is the true life, when the person responds to Allah, to the call of Allah and to the call of His Messenger. And if he does not, then he will be responding to his or her own desires. So therefore, to every woman who has accepted Allah as her Lord and submitted to Him and to His deen of Islam and followed His Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to every mother and to every sister, these are some important reminders concerning the role of the Muslim woman. The Muslim woman knows well that the matters which Allah decreed are and which are specific to women are for her own benefit. And this is not therefore a matter to choose from and pick, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it clear in Surah Al-Ahzab, chapter